Hey guys, Pete here. Are you ready for some more Game of Thrones Season 8 filming news? Spoiler warning, of course, as the video title says, this does include production spoilers and speculation. Doesn't give any answers away directly, just gives us some stuff to think about. But if you're trying to avoid those kinds of spoilers in the first place, then this video is not for you. So I made a video yesterday about Jon Snow seen in costume on set in Croatia. This is something that had been speculated on, but we weren't sure that it was going to happen, and we saw him in his full-on northern furs. It was notable that he was not wearing Longclaw, and he was not wearing the breastplate that we've seen him wear as the king in the north throughout Season 7. But other than that, for all intents and purposes, he seemed to be in King's Landing. As I was editing that video, more stuff came out in the local press in Croatia showing Lena Headey was in town and she was filming. It's a couple nice shots of her through a window in her new getup. It's been updated a little bit since last season. It's got a little bit more gold going on, a little more Lannister of a look to it. And what's interesting here again is Jon Snow is involved and seems to be meeting with Cersei herself. Now, I'd pointed out that the Mountain was in town, so he's there. We see some of her Queen's Guard there, and there's another shot that shows gold cloaks on the wall. And it seems like odd placement because they're right in front of a window where people are able to take pictures. And before you jump to the conclusion that they're doing all this just to throw us off because of what they said before, I just don't really think that's the case. These actors cost money. Getting this set and everything else that goes into, there's a full cast and crew there. That's big money. They don't do that just to give people a alternative idea of what might happen in the finale or something like that. This is probably real stuff that they're filming. So why would they do it in front of a window? Well, that means that they're looking out that window. That's what's necessary. That's why they're there. What would they be looking at is something that we should be speculating on. And what exactly or where does this fit in the timeline of the season? Dan and Dave are both in these shots at different times. That leans a little bit to what I was talking about yesterday of maybe they're shooting the final episode. Personally, I think Cersei being alive is not a good sign for that. I don't think Cersei will live till the end. David Nutter is also in these shots, so that means that, yeah, Dan and Dave are there, but they're writers and producers. They're the showrunners, obviously, but they have other jobs. There's other hats that they wear beyond directors. So they could be there just completely for that reason. They're there talking about the writing or the production, and they want to be involved. This is their baby, and it's the last season. So David Nutter being on the set is the same sort of thing, though. Why is he there if they're not shooting one of his episodes? And we know that he's doing episodes 1, 2, and 4. Based on everything else that we've seen coming out of the filming, I tend to think that this is probably episode 4. We've seen stuff going down at Winterfell. We've seen soldiers at the gate. They could be Lannister soldiers. Then we also saw Winterfell, the set, at least, burn down. And that leads me to believe that that is probably something that happens around the 3rd episode. Because we know they're going to be shooting in the crypts in the first couple episodes and things like that in the interior of Winterfell. So that calamity, whatever it is, however it ends up burning, whether it be from the Night King or if Cersei played a part in that herself, that's probably around the 3rd episode. And that would be a good reason for Jon to go down south and be like, WTF, you just burnt down Winterfell. Or Winterfell has burned down. What are you going to do about it? Because don't forget, Cersei, even though we know she didn't plan on following through, did pledge to help fight against the dead. Alternative ideas could be that, yeah, he doesn't wear his sword. He isn't wearing his armor. Perhaps he is a captive. In that instance, though, why are they looking out a window together? I'm not saying it couldn't be the thing, but the window thing kind of makes me think that they're looking at something. And if these two people are talking and it's in the 4th episode, I tend to think that they're looking at something that Cersei has grave concern about, whether it be dragons. Like I said, I believe that Jon will be riding a dragon by this time, so he probably came on Dragonback. Daenerys might be there. Remember yesterday we saw there was a character there who might be her. She may be there for some filming. So their dragons could be outside. The Night King could be approaching. They could be looking at burning as the countryside burns down, because we also know that they're building up that big, huge set outside of Titanic with the intention of burning it down as far as what we know. So Watchers on the Wall says that they're only filming there for a little bit longer. I did check the Dubrovnik publications this morning to check if they had any new shooting stuff, and they don't, at least not at this point. So it looks like this is all we're going to see. Not that it's not a lot, but I don't think we're going to get any more conclusion as to what's actually happening. Everything else they do in King's Landing can be done at different locations, on the sound stages, in the studio, things like that. So outdoor shots, as far as them outside in King's Landing, are probably wrapped for the entire season at this point. At least the ones they're doing in Croatia are, as far as we know. A lot of theories have popped up as to why these two people are meeting in the last 24 hours since this came out in the Croatian websites. I'm interested to hear what you guys think. I don't think we can draw any definite conclusions from any of this, but I think that if I had to guess, I would say that Jon has come down after the fall of Winterfell because he has no other options. Once Winterfell falls, there's nothing really stopping the dead from marching south, and by this time, he's seen plenty of instances of what they can do. We can imagine that Tormund and Beric and everybody who was at the wall, not to mention that Bran could see that, obviously. Everybody knows how they walked through the wall. Everybody knows that they're coming south and they're bringing the winter with them, and they're going to have to figure out something if they want to stop them. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel so you can follow along with all of the Game of Thrones filming news this season with my videos. And make sure you turn on notifications by clicking on the little bell so you'll know when a new video comes out. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we think. No speculation is too wild. I just want to hear what you guys think is going on. You can also follow me on social media and hit me up over there. That's it for now, guys. I'll talk to you soon.